If you can put one in your front yard, why isn't there a really big one in our front yard? Yes, I want us as an institution, as a church, to stand up, to choose sides, to advocate. And yes, this is a controversial thing to do because it means taking sides. But I didn't form these options. Other people did. And I don't know if I'm in the union or I'm working for J.H. Blair, but at the moment, those are the two sides you get to choose from. And it's called for when your convictions are at stake. This church, as I said, needs to be a public ally for the full civil rights of the gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgendered community. This needs to be the church that stands by them, for them, and with them, no matter what. This church should be in 1,000 gay wedding albums. This church should have hundreds of adopted children who are dedicated here. We should be marching for AIDS. We should be raising money. We should be hosting proms. Until it's very clear that this place is an unequivocal friend of all those who struggle for their full equality. This is the place where when a partner dies, a partner can weep on that coffin. That's where this church needs to be. Is this controversial? For some of you it might be. But it is a matter of principle that we do this. Political perhaps, but I didn't make it that way. Someone else did. That doesn't mean I can avoid saying something about it. Is it easy? Of course not. But it's a matter of principle. And all matters of principle are hard. And I assure you that this is not the only matter of principle that's out there. And nor is taking sides in a controversy the only way to act. For example, 2 weeks from now, I'm going to talk about the crisis in public education and why that's a matter of principle in this church. I'm going to talk about a week after that, how our ignorance and fear as a society are choking both our economy and our ecology, and that's a matter of principle for us too, and how we can be a part of that. And the last one I'll talk about is how the moral zealots and crass opportunists who have combined to pollute the public square need to be told to get out. And we need to be part of those people who make that happen. There is something about principles, you see, that even when you don't want to live by them, you feel more miserable if you don't. And on these matters, and these are not the only ones we care about by any means, we have no option other than hypocrisy. Really. Back in biblical times, Joshua, like his antecedent Moses, gave a farewell address to the people of Israel before he died. And he put it to them the way Moses did in his own words, choose this day whom you will serve. He didn't say choose someday. You might consider, you might want to weigh. He said choose this day. You know, at some point you have to make choices. Because today someone will be a victim of a hate crime. Today someone will be homeless that didn't have a home before. Someone will have to beg that didn't have to beg before. Some kid that should have been educated won't be getting educated. Every day we don't act, something happens that didn't have to happen. Choose this day whom you will serve. And we have the power to choose. That's one of our great principles. The power to choose. We have the freedom to choose, another of our great principles. And I'm telling you, if you have the freedom and the power to choose, you have the obligation to choose. To fail in this is to fail in our faith. My duty is to try to lead us as a people to those answers so that when the moment comes and the sheriff is on our doorstep, are we a scab or are we a man? To choose the side that we need to be on, to be true to our principles, so that no matter how hard it is, at the end of the day, we can say, we were true. We were Fountain Street Church. It was a good thing. Which side are you on? We're going to find out, aren't we? Our last hymn this morning has a cryptic inclusion. Which number is that? Number 12, is it? Someone tell me. 138. These things shall be. Remind me of the text writer. Who is that? Who is the writer of the text? The author, not the... Yes, Mr. Simmons. You'll notice that there's a text in there. High friendship, hitherto a sin. It's a veiled reference to homosexuality. Yes, this was, as Oscar Wilde called it, the love that cannot speak its name. Damn it, we're going to speak its name. Not necessarily today. But every day we cannot speak its name. We are not doing our job. So we're going to sing this hymn, mindful of the fact that it's a gay author, and that's very cool. And when you're done, you don't have to come up front. I got Fountain Streeters who will come up here, and they'll meet you out there. And for a reasonable fee, you can buy this very attractive pole that has nice little ribbons on the end of it, very fashionable. And it says, Fountain Street Church, lest you want to know where it came from. But then again, you're from Fountain Street Church, so that shouldn't be hard. So don't run off. You too can have one of these to take home. Let's sing, shall we?